This review was made possible by contributions from viewers like you.
About my robot friend. He's metal and small and doesn't judge me at all. He's a cyberwire bundle of joy, my robot friend.
Hey guys. I get so much crap on my plate while I'm reviewing here that anytime I stumble across a good movie, I gotta express my thanks by sharing it with you. That's why today we're looking at Next Gen. Our Netflix original movie, which was based on the webcomic 7723 on a now-defunct Chinese Rage comic site, opens in the not-too-distant future,
next Sunday, AD,
where we see a sweet little girl named May, and everything is wonderful and perfect, until her father leaves her, turning her life into an indie film.
Uh-oh! Someone has some daddy issues!
We see in this opening title montage that, on top of losing her father, her mother ignores her, she's not exactly the most popular kid in school, and she's tormented by the presence of robots literally everywhere she looks. She decides to rebel against the establishment by making herself up to look like every other rebellious girl ever. After the credits, we join May and her robot-obsessed mother on their way to, what else, a robotics convention.
Oh my god, May, do something about your hair.
I like it this way.
Huh?
Seriously, does everything have to be a robot with you?
That might be a fair question if Mom was a robotics enthusiast, but she's not. She's just the average consumer. Everything has to be a robot with everybody. This world's kind of creepy. She sneaks away from her easily distracted mother, and eventually finds herself in a secret lab where they're working on something a little bigger than the standard Q-bot. She accidentally activates it by pulling a Sistine Chapel. Symbolism!
Hello.
What? Hey, oh my god.
What's your name?
Stupid robot.
Hello, stupid robot. What's this for?
No, you're the stupid robot.
I'm the stupid robot.
Come on, let go of my bag.
Okay.
Whoa, what are you doing?
I'm following you.
That is super creepy. I mean, really, what are you thinking? We hang out, become best buds, take on the world, share a deep and moving journey of discovery together.
Well, you don't need me here. May's got the review covered.
You are delusional.
Hey, you're definitely not allowed in there, sweetheart.
I'm not your sweetheart, you creep!
Quit squirming.
If this movie were made by any other studio with a larger budget, the security bots would have to be played by Patrick Warburton. You're definitely not allowed in here, sweetheart. Quit squirming. You have the right to remain silent! She's escorted back to her mother, who's attending a panel being held by evil Steve Jobs, Justin Penn. He's the marketing genius behind the Q-bot's success, while Dr. David Cross, the robotics engineer who actually brought them to life, is relegated to the basement where he barely sees the light of day.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have entered an age of unprecedented convenience and connectivity. A real global community facilitated by the IQ robotic Q-bots. And listen, I know. I'm not embarrassed to say, I want all of you addicted to these guys. And why not, right? They're gonna change the world.
Sorry. After getting their complimentary Gen 6 robot, May and her mom go home, with Robot 7723 in hot pursuit to return her discarded backpack. He does his best to evade the cops as they blow up everything around him to subdue him. I guess words like collateral damage are now archaic. Though, to be fair, he's also busting out his weapon systems as casually as anyone might swat a fly. They finally do bring him down, and they somehow don't find him before he regains consciousness several hours later. Despite being really efficient, these cops are really bad at their jobs. The only real damage that 7723 has sustained is to his internal memory, which he promptly gets rid of, and then tracks May down to her school.
Fluid doesn't have a form, so instead, it will conform to the geometry of its container. E.g., put it in a cup, it becomes a cup. But in a teapot, it becomes a teapot. And this water-equivalent fluid will also
I'm gonna
move in
barf.
different ways
Dude,
under
it's
different conditions.
like limited edition.
Water can drift gently.
So the cops are intelligent enough to respond appropriately to situations as they happen, but this teacher bot is completely oblivious to how nobody in his entire class is paying attention. Even in the future, schools are underfunded. May blows off a little steam in the soccer field, where she meets an orange on a toothpick.
I'm Ani.
I'm an orphan, just throwing that out there. We're then introduced to May's rival, Greenwood, who is somehow surprised when the girl with anger issues lashes out at her for joking about her dad, and she sticks her friend's robots on her. I guess Dr. David Cross never bothered programming them to not harm humans. Isaac Asimov, this ain't.
Hey!
Nope.
They have sentient toilets, but they can't afford better teacher bots? What does that achieve? Okay. Maybe for health purposes, a toilet might be smart enough to analyze the contents of your stool, but why does it have to have arms?
I'm not discussing this with you.
And it has eyes! Why does it have eyes?
I don't want to get into it.
And why is it talking?
Why are you talking?
The movie's making me ask these questions. And look at this. She gets home and makes herself a bowl of self-heating noodles, handy little device, and when it's done, it does a little song and dance to remind you that it's noodle time. And if you stab it in the head, it stops singing and dancing and has just the kind of expression you would expect it to have when getting stabbed in the head. Someone in universe had to program these bowls to sing and dance and then look like they're dying when the customer damages the lid. Why would they do that? I mean, I'd be all over that since I've got a twisted sense of humor, but I don't think most people would be comfortable with eating out of the head of what's supposed to look like a small sentient life form. This world is creepy.
It's good, right?
Stupid.
Sandalwood. Hey there, Molly. I finished the vacuuming, picked a rather lovely Merlot, and there's a piping hot lava cake waiting for you. Maybe a foot rub later?
These Q-bots can cook, clean, identify candle scents, give foot rubs. They've got seductive animations in their faces. Do these things come in bachelorette models? Hello, ladies. I'm here to make men obsolete.
Ooh, where can I get one?
Hey.
I love you.
Kitten. 7723 follows May to her house and stealthily sneaks inside.
Wow! Thank you for opening me! Oh, look out! Here I go closing! Whee!
You know what this movie is? It's a feature-length retelling of that one scene from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy where Arthur Dent is just trying to get a cup of tea. He essentially has an argument with everything in the room while just trying to get some tea, and nothing he's talking to can contemplate why, despite their efforts to make him happy.
Let me out of here! Thank you. My pleasure. Oh!
I love robots, but if I was living in May's world, I'd be pissed off too! The commotion attracts May's little dog, Momo, who 7723 can understand thanks to a revolutionary new dog translator.
Stop it! I swear I will bite your head off. This is Momo's house!
It also censors whatever the dog is saying, because the robot needs to preserve its innocence. And again, if this movie had a bigger budget, Momo would probably be voiced by Tracy Morgan.
Or Kevin Hart.
After getting into a fight with her ninja toothbrush, seriously? She learns that, holy crap, this robot's got some firepower to him. And she lets him stay in her garage.
You see that? I see you judging me.
He then proceeds to delete a few memories that he thinks are unnecessary, since not doing so will eventually result in a complete factory reset. We jump back to IQ Robotics, where we see Pin testing out the Gen 6's latest feature. So not only did this Pin guy build a line of robots that are rigged to explode, but he went out of his way to make them look as cartoonishly pissed off as possible. Is he a robotics genius or the Joker? The next day, May shows up at the soccer field again, looking for a little payback. After scaring the bejesus out of her tormentors, we get a montage of May using 7723 to rage against the proverbial machine. And the irony of using a robot to bring her happiness by smashing these other robots is completely lost on her. Meanwhile, 7723 still has to delete some of his memories to avoid a system reset, and with his getting more memories with May, it's getting harder and harder to decide which ones he should keep and which ones he should delete. The rampage continues as she runs into Greenwood again.
Hey, the girl!
Do something! Let's go!
Well, this movie did the impossible. It took a quirky little noodle jingle and turned it into an anthem of how you don't give a damn about your bad reputation. May has a moment of clarity as she finally sees how terrible she's been. She accuses 7723 of not being her friend when he suggests that maybe she and Greenwood could be friends. Then we cut to later that night when 7723 is having his nightly deleting. He can't give up any of his memories of May, not even the ones where she's angry or upset, so with no other options, he frees up some memory space by deleting his weapons protocols.
Space cleared. Weapons inactive.
Eee. Somehow he looks creepier with the smile.
Hey, my name's Pinky, and I just want to be your friend.
They patch things up after he tells her how precious his memories are to him, especially the ones about her, and they go home to find David Cross there waiting for him. He explains that the Q-bots have been weaponized, and he designed 7723 to stop them, but Pin and his bodyguard Ares show up before he can say anything more.
The f*** is this? How'd you even get in here?
Momo will be really good at CinemaSins.
Dr. Tennerice here really should be more careful with his little secret projects, huh?
Justin! My old friend, if you're in there, please hear me. Don't you remember the old days? Come on, dude, it was so awesome. I mean, building robots for the people. When did making the world a better place become killing people?
You know, I actually think killing people is making the world a better place. But I'm glad that we have this out in the open. Secrets hurt, after all, right?
I think he wants to kill us.
Oh, no, God, no. No, not you per se, but just people in general. Yeah, no, I want to kill them. All of them. Most of them. Don't worry. Once it gets rolling, things will be happening really quickly. Just boom, 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 boom. Trust me, you'll be fine. It'll be fine.
"7723 tries to protect his friends, but is pretty much helpless since he can't work his weapons anymore. Oh no, they killed futuristic classic Camaro Bumblebee. And look how broken up I am about it.
What if it was Volkswagen Beetle Bumblebee?
Pin makes off with May's mom, so she and 7723 have to fight their way through IQ Robotics to get her back.
If I brought my weapons back online, the process would purge my entire memory. I wouldn't even know who to fight anymore.
Whatever! I can fight alone! I've been doing it my whole life!
You are not alone!
I'm always alone. This time's no different.
You are now surrounded.
You're right. I let you down. A lot of people let you down. But you are not alone.
Fine! If I'm not alone, that means I'm dragged down into my garbage life! Is that really where you want to be?
Nowhere else.
I miss him every day. And every day I'm mad at him for leaving. Look at us. Quite the team we make. A broken robot and a broken little girl.
Wow, that sounds like a premise for a really good movie. If only we had a poster to go with it. There we go. They bump into Dr. David Cross again, who says that they need to stop Ares before Pin can carry out his plan, but he's vaporized before he can say anything more. Holy crap, how did this guy get into personal robotics when he should be developing weapons for the military? Ares and 7723 duke it out, and May finds her mom.
Oh, May, my baby! Mom, I am so sorry. I should have paid more attention to you. You felt so all alone, and all you wanted was a hug, and I should have given you a hug, but I was alone too, and I thought that robots were my answer. But robots are my answer. You're my answer, and I hope that I'm your answer. You are so right. I was so wrong. I love you so much.
It's a little rushed, but hey, at least the screenwriter knows how arcs work. It's revealed that Justin Pin actually died a long time ago, and per his dying master's instructions, Ares has been on a quest to make the world a better place, which means using Pin's image to create a world where he could easily place robotic bombs in every household, cause a worldwide genocide, and leave the world to the robots. Ares tries to lock everyone in the stadium inside to blow them up, but they're able to escape thanks to... Okay, is Momo's skeleton reinforced with titanium?
Is his skin infused with flubber or something?
The robots take the fight outside, where Ares transforms into a mix between Shockwave and Jetfire. Holy shit, this is awesome. With no other choice, 7723 gives himself a system reset to get his weapons back online.
I've got your back.
Sure is a good thing that the system reset takes a while, otherwise she'd be street pizza.
No, he just remembered her. With his heart.
Oh my god, that is so corny, I'm surprised he didn't say that himself. With his weapons rebooting, he's able to defeat Ares, all while his memories of May are slowly fading away. And honestly, this fight sequence is pretty damn heartbreaking. To anyone who thinks that you can't have a movie with emotional weight and kick-ass robot fights, I politely suggest that you sit and spin. So 7723 saves the world, but everything that he was is completely gone. Rather than have them pull a Wall-E and have his memories be restored thanks to the power of love or something, the movie ends with May teaching him how to be a friend again from the ground up, this time with nothing but happy memories.
Over here! You're good. Not as good as me.
Nice try.
Always got me shaking.
He's so cool. What do you call him? My friend.
And unlike another franchise involving robots that blow things up, I actually believe you. So that was Next Gen, and it was a very welcome surprise. The animation was great, the chemistry between our main characters is really strong, the world building is really interesting, if a touch creepy, and it's got a good lesson of how our memories make us, but we shouldn't let our bad memories define us. The only real flaw that I could see here was how it was a little confusing as to how much Dr. David Cross knew about what the deal was with Pin, but otherwise, this was a really solid movie, and I recommend you see it for yourself. I don't get to review a whole lot of good movies for this show, so I am thankful that this movie gave me a handful of good memories for me to hang on to. See you later.
Hey there, have you heard about my robot friend? He's metal and small and doesn't judge me at all. He's a cyber wire bundle of joy, my robot friend. I like to dimp and daddle with my robot friend. He's smart as can be and emotion-free, and he's computed his way to my heart. My robot friend, my robot friend. I'm hanging out in the alley with my robot friend. We're having such fun in the hot, hot sun. We're two of a kind, that's me and my robot friend. My robot friend. Hey there, have you heard about my robot friend? He's metal and small and doesn't judge me at all. He's a cyber wire bundle of joy, my robot friend. I like to to dimp and daddle with my robot friend. He's smart as can be and emotion-free, and he's computed his way to my heart. My robot friend. My robot friend. My robot friend. My robot friend.